Sunfall here with a guide for Awesome P. There is a setting effect for the CRT and tube effect. You can have the tube effect on and off, but that's your call. I prefer to have the tube effect off. The CRT effect is definitely something you should turn off. It is annoying. This is the first level. As you can see, it's pretty simple. You just want to follow what I'm doing. You can double jump by hitting A and A. I found this with this game, and I will mention this because it is a bit annoying. If you go to jump off something and you don't time it right, and the game considers you as just walking off or falling off, basically you won't be able to jump at all, and that can be very annoying for a platformer. This bit's fun. These frogs spit, I'm gonna say spitballs at you. Looks like the size of a snowball. And that's that level done. This level I prefer to get the coins above you rather than fall all the way below you. I feel like it saves you a bit of time, because then we just have to go back here. There is a trick to getting one of these coins, as you'll see when I'm attempting to try and jump at it, but you can do it, see? This you can just jump over, you don't actually have to wait for that. Make sure to remember to avoid the spikes because you will die. There's also a flaming skull that comes at you. As you can see, I had to wait for it. That requires just one jump. I didn't use two. You can tell by the sound if I'm using two jumps. Oh, there is no sound for the second one. Okay, you cannot tell by the sound if I'm using two jumps. But there you go, the level is done. For this one you have to climb up the top of a tower, so just be aware of where the frogs are spitting their balls. There should occasionally be a spike that you have to avoid, and depending on the castle level, sometimes you have to also avoid swords and blades. But otherwise these levels are pretty simple and pretty fun. There is a hidden coin in this level. I'm trying to find it. That's why I went off the screen there. But it is not there, so don't worry about that. Don't forget to collect the diamonds as well, because you have to collect all the coins and the diamonds. Don't want to go too close to the edges because the spikes. There you go, I just hit this hidden coin, which is on that cloud. And then, once we hit this jewel, that's the end of the level. This level's on a train, so there'll be a saw straight away, and a timed jump. If you are quick enough, by following my literal time, you actually should be able to do all that relatively off the bat, without having to wait for anything. That jewel you can get by just jumping, same with the coin, double jumping. You can get that coin, but go back, and then you can double jump to not have to worry about it again. You have to come back here to get coins. Fall down, but watch the saw blade to get the jewel. Now this part's tricky. What I find to do is to jump just once. And that's how you get over it. I never try and jump over the bottom saw blade, it's always the top saw blade, sorry, it's always the bottom saw blade I'm waiting for. Now we have to go back. This is the slower bit because the saw blades at the top are a bit slower. I found it easier to go to the bottom first because then we had to only focus on the top ones. But it's your call if you want to go up the top first, then the bottom to get the coins back. I just thought this was the easier way. I actually don't like how slow it is when I come back here I fall down. Because it's actually easier just to jump that one blade there than put up with the two slow ones here. If you miss the coin you can just jump up. Just walk here and you'll fall onto that, so you don't have to jump or anything. You do want to jump there to get away from the corner edges. This part you can double jump to get the jewel. Wait for these to turn around and then you can collect the coin. You can jump and get the coin so that way you don't have to worry about it and you can quickly do it again. You want to jump again, get the coin, jump to the next part and then fall down, and we can return this way. Collecting our coins. And then we can head back to the original way. Watch out for the saw blade. There's two saw blades here. We have to watch the first one. The second one we have to time it so that way we can jump at the right time. So once it basically goes to that way, you've got the time. I don't like to do it when it's heading the other way because I don't feel like you'd have the time. This part's just balancing your P onto the boxes and then continuing to jump and then collect the jewel and the level's done. This next set of levels I really dislike, but you want to jump across and then jump across again. These levels really shouldn't be included, so there will be spitballs or snowballs, whichever you prefer to call them as, coming up on the map. The thing is, you won't be able to see where they are, and we've got to try and collect all the coins if you remember. These levels can be really annoying, and they take me more than one attempt. I'm just showing you the successful attempt, so that way it gives you an idea of where to go and what coins to get. There is no real method to what I'm doing. I'm just trying to memorize as best as I can what's coming from the screen at me and where, so that way I can angle myself to be in the best position. Sometimes you'll see me just sit on the edge of a platform or on the left side of a platform, and that's to avoid any snowballs or spitballs from hitting me. It actually gets increasingly more difficult when you do these levels, but for now, I'm just checking over here to make sure there's no coin, and there's no coin, so we can finish. For now, the level's done. The number one rule is checking the back area of a video game if you can move backwards to see if there is anything, and sadly there was nothing. You just want to avoid a series of blades that get increasingly faster as you progress. As you can see, these two are extremely fast, but as you can see, you just have to get up on this set of blocks and jump across to collect coins. If you can land here, that's perfect because you can jump up and get the coin. You just want to fall down here and then jump up here. Wait for the thing to come back and then you can sit on it. Jump to the next one because I found if you don't jump and you just walk across, you will fall off. These don't move at all, so we're safe to just jump through a series of them. Get the only jewel and then full level's done. This level, you can skip that first turning and the second turning. You just have to watch out for the sword blades at the top as well when you jump that middle sword blade. Once you're on these, you'll see what I'm talking about. If I don't jump across, see? You'll just fall off them as they move. These you just want to do one jump to get over the first one, then time it so you can do a second jump. See? It's all about timing that second jump. This one, collect the coin, then jump over it. Wait for this one to go down so you can get the coin there and jump over that, then fall in this pipe. Make sure you wait for it if you need to for that skull. Right here I wait as well because it's easier if you wait right now and then go after the skull because you get more time and more distance, as you can see, before a second one comes. And then my level's done. This is the train level. This one's a little bit tricky. You gotta jump and hang in the air for a few seconds to miss that. If you miss the, like I just did, you can quickly jump up. These jumps are tricky, so what you'd want to do for the second one, jump and then a double jump. I like to collect the coin, wait for the spitball to get close by and then do the jump. Watch, there we go. Jump over the spitball and then jump over the frog. Jump on the turning block, wait for the second turning block, or go for it like I do. Jump on the first turning block and then the second turning block. Wait for the spitball, and then if you can time it well, you can then jump over it and make it. Here you want to wait for a spitball so that you can get ahead of it and jump it while you're waiting for that turning block. You just want to jump up to get that jewel, then jump across here to get past the middle sword blade. Then here's just balancing on a series of blocks again. It requires a double jump on a lot of them. There's only a few that require one jump. I'd skip a fair few. You could just go one block by one block if you're not confident enough, but that's the level done. Now we have another tower level. There's a hidden coin on the right there. Just make sure you get that. It's by itself, only a little coin. The P's saving it. This is just a series of jumps while avoiding the snowballs. Again, don't get too close to the wall, because it is, will kill you. More series of jumps. Here you just have to be careful of both spitballs. If you time it right, like I have, they won't be a problem, and the level's done. This level is probably my most hated one, but you want to follow my path, and you're going to be very quick if you are going to follow my path. I memorized a lot of this, so that way I could get through. If you noticed, there was no real jumping in that section, but pay close attention to when I was jumping, because there are certain bits I used falling and certain I didn't. This part's very tricky, because there's 4 snowballs, but if you time it just right, you can get through. And it's just a series of falls and grabbing coins that are on the sides and jewels that are on the sides. Stick to the left mainly if you're on the platform. On the edge of the map on the left, because then you won't generally get hit. Sometimes utilizing your double jump will save you as well, and the level's done. This level you just have to collect the coins, then jump up to the top. You want to balance on the top so you can jump across to the platform, collect the coins, then fall down and collect the 3 other coins. Fall down into the pipe, collect the coins, and then fall down into the hole, climb up to this platforms, but be aware of the snowball slash spitballs. Jump up the top of the frogs, collect the coins, then continue on. This part's very tricky. You have to time it so that you can get through some of the spitballs that are close together, but mostly you can just wait for one. You even have the distance there to stop. And that'll get you through this section. And you just want to jump up on these spikes bits. You want to jump here and then jump left, so you have the height. Now we're on a series of platforms again. You just want to jump up carefully, being aware of where the spikes are, and then fall down and the level's done. For this level, you want to wait for the gears to either be down below or above. I find it easier to jump over them than to go underneath them, but the choice is yours. Then you want to make a series of jumps over these to land on the platforms. Fall down the tube as long as the skull is nearby. Here you want to wait for the skull, go under it, and then a series of jumping over saw blades. And if the skull shows up again, just try to avoid it. Land on the pipe and then collect the jewel. If you fall through the pipe, you can actually drop back down and try again, but hopefully that didn't happen to you. Here's just a series of jumps, and then we have finished the level. I will say for this level you actually don't need to collect all the gems, I do not think, because there was no achievement related to level 0, but I still show you all the coins and gems being collected. And since I have some spare time to talk, I will say, just so you're aware, this game is about a 2-hour-ish game, if you include all fails that I did, which is a pretty good length of time for a game. It's a solid platformer. If the controls were a bit more stable, I think it would be a very good platformer. Here's another section where basically the P can sometimes not be in your favor, because if you are at the edge of a platform, sometimes he will consider it falling and you won't be able to jump at all, which screws your run. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you during this level and you're able to get a solid run like I am here. Making sure to try and avoid any spitballs slash snowballs that are coming at you. I have no clue why the music just stops in this level, but it's not a very long track, which is maybe an indication of me not needing to collect the coins. As you can see, sometimes the trick to get the jewel was to actually get on the 3rd platform and then get the jewel. But this level is done. Thank you. Now we have another train level. We want to jump up to the top of the platform here, then fall down. Make a series of jumps. Watch out for a snowball or spitball coming at you from a frog. And make a series of jumps. This requires one jump and then a second jump so you can fall down. You want to balance on the spike and then climb up onto these second platforms. Again, you one jump, and if you miss the coin, you can just jump back and get it. Fall down and get the jewel. Careful to avoid any spikes. Watch out for the 2 saw blades here, they're very fast. Sometimes you might need a double jump just to avoid them. There's only one saw blade this time, so it's a lot easier to avoid. You want to jump up here and get the coins. There's a saw blade here you want to avoid. Then just fall down to get the jewel, and be careful at spikes again, because if you touch them you'll die. Make a series of jumps while keeping an eye on where the spitball slash snowball was. It does disappear at a certain distance though, so level's done. For this level, I find falling down here and then you can jump back up. And then jump over to collect the next set of coins. And you can jump across, jump to the jewel, then jump back, and then fall in the pipe. You want to jump across this platform and then jump across the next one. Careful to avoid the soul blades. Then jump up the stairs. Grab the coin, but careful of the gear above your head. Then jump across when the platform is away so it doesn't block your second jump. Watch out for the flaming skull coming at you. Once you make it across the platform, jump through, just one jump to jump through the series of gears. Then again, watch out for the skull and just fall down and the level's done. This level just requires you to stick to the top part of the map. So you just want to make careful jumps. As you can see, if you delay yourself, you can still land on that. I went to jump for it and then realized that it was turned over, so I waited for it. You want to wait for the one on your left. There you go. So you can't jump up here, it's too high up, so you jump to the right and then jump up there. I was thinking about jumping through the soul blades, but then I thought it'd be easier if we waited for the platform and jumped that way. You want to jump over to get the jewel, and then wait for the platform here. We have to wait for the platform to come back for us. Here we will have to jump over soul blades as well, and be careful because you have to get jewels. As you can see, I almost missed one. If we fall down, we pretty much just restart. But we are at the end of the level now, and the level's done. This is another falling level. And again, we're going to make a series of jumps to collect coins, so that we don't miss out. Again, just try and, it's very difficult, but try and pay attention to where the snowballs, spitballs coming up at you from. As you can see, I'm making a series of deliberate movements so that we don't have to land in the wrong spot to collect said coin or gem. Nothing more annoying than having to go back here. It's about timing because there is a second spitball / snowball, but you can just jump straight to that coin if you time it just right. And now we're got the last coin and the level is done. Here we have another train level. You just want to watch out for the soul blade. You just gotta time it so you can jump over it while collecting the coin. This bit's a bit easier. You collect the first one, jump, drop down, and then jump back up each time. You just want to follow a series of platforms here. Watch out for the soul blade when you're falling. This one I prefer to collect one coin at a time rather than try and go for two because the soul blade's a bit faster. Here again, we just want a series of platform jumps. You can skip to the third one, or you can stick to doing the first one. Here you want to jump up, but don't go to the side because you're going to wait for that soul blade. And you want to fall down, jump over the soul blade, go over, jump up, collect the other gem, then jump across. This bit's good, we get a bunch of coins to fill our pockets with and no hazards. Here you want to again wait for the first one, and go for your gem and jump over it, and then we can finish the level. Here we have a more difficult tower. As you can see, this one has soul blades and spitballs / snowballs. You just want to avoid it at the start and make your best jumps to get past the sword blades. You can hit that top sword blade, so be very careful. Here you want to wait for the snowball and the sword blade to be leaving. You should be able to make it, then jump on this platform bit here, wait for the sword blade, then jump across. Again, do the same thing, and then jump across again. Land on the cloud, and then jump to get the rest of the coins. Fall down to get these 3 coins, then make a series of jumps here. Here you want to time it so that you go just after the last snowball left, or spitball. That platform jump is a little bit tricky. If you don't get the height, you won't climb up. You may have to do it twice like I did, but as long as you don't fall too far, you're all good, and the level's done. Okay, we're up to our 3, and this one requires us to make a jump, and then a jump left and basically right to fall down. Just be aware that the snowball spitballs, because if you go through the pipe too slow, you may get hit by it. There is a jewel just above you on the waterfall on the right. To get that, we will have to make a jump past the pipe that we're going to fall down. You just want to wait for the series of platforms to turn in your favor. Wait for the snowball, and then jump for it. I always found that was easier. And if you timed it just right, you might get lucky and not have to wait for the spinning blocks as much. And then you can go straight for the tube and fall down. For the sword blades, I found jumping for the furthest coin was easier, because then I could just jump over the sword blade and then go. For this one, you just want to do one jump and fall through. Just fall down, one jump. These 2 are very fast, but if you're quick, you can get past them both. You may have to double jump. For this one, I like to time it so you can get past the top blade, and then you only have to worry about the bottom blade. And the level's done. For this level, you have to be careful about those spikes. You can get over them with one jump, but occasionally I found that the level would still kill me and counted it against me, so sometimes if it's easier for you, just do 2 jumps to get over those spikes. Here you just want to fall down and then make 1 jump to get over the river. You can, again, make a double jump, but again, it's just easier to land on the platforms. Here you want to wait for the sword blades and just jump over them. And here you can just jump here when it's at the top. Fall through the spike, and then be careful of the sword blades. There is no flaming skull this time, so it's much easier, thankfully. And the level's done. Again, we have a falling level, but it's pretty simple. Collect the coins. Just this one is the one I warned you about, where you have frogs throwing spitballs on the left and right now in some spots, so you just have to be aware of your movements. As you can see, I had to jump back from getting hit by a snowball / spitball. This part's really hard. I find you jump, collect 2 coins, then jump again, get to the next coin. Wait for the snowball spitball, then jump, and then try and land on the platforms on your right. If you time it just right, you'll get lucky and not have to worry about them. Then wait for another snowball spitball, collect a couple of coins, and then move to the left or right to avoid getting hit by that snowball spitball. Then you can jump up and collect the last 2 coins. Sorry for that long-winded coin explanation, but that series of coins is very difficult to collect. It took me a good 15 minutes to find a solid way to get through that. Here, if you time it just right, you can actually jump for the coin. Try to stick to the right if you do it though, because it has a snowball on the left. Once you get that last coin, you can make a double jump. And then level's done. This level is just about a series of jumps at the start. Be aware the frogs will throw snowballs / spitballs at you, so time your jumps to avoid that, then fall in the tube. Wait for the saw blade and jump over it. Again, I like to wait for the saw blade, the second saw blade, so that I can just jump over the first. Watch out for the snowball spitball, then fall down here once you collect the second coin. Get those 3 jewels, they're hidden. If the turned platform is in your favor, jump on it. If not, wait for it. Here you have to wait for it again to turn. Then it's just a series of jumps to collect coins. And then last jump and the level's done. Another one of our favorite levels where we fall. This one we can collect jewels. Those 3 platforms you can walk on, but I prefer to just jump because one single platform walk done wrong and then you'll fall through and have to restart. This level's a lot easier than the other falling levels, but you still have to be careful of the snowballs / spitballs. As you can see, one of the coins was in the gap, so you have to be very careful. But the level is done. As you can see, they like to mix it up this time, and they put you at the top of the castle and you can make your way down. Time your jump to get past the snowball / spitball, and then don't miss the coin like I just did. There's a gem just on the cloud there that you can get, and there's another gem on the other cloud just down below. Here I'm checking to see again if any of those hidden coins. There is not, so don't worry. Over here you want to fall down to get those 4, then fall down again, and then jump up to get that one you missed. Get the gem just down here, and then the level is done. These levels I like to refer to as the prehistoric levels. It's just a series of jumps. You want to get the jewels at the top here, and then jump over to get the 3 coins here. Then you can fall down. I would grab this coin just in case you can't get it as well, but that's just me. I'm pretty certain you can get up there. But once you recollect these coins, you can head back that way. Jump on this one and this one, and you can get that 3rd coin if you didn't. Follow me and grab that. Jump here, and then jump in, and we're done. Here I was an eager beaver and hit the level before we were done, so congrats on your achievement, but I'll just restart now. Just follow these series of jumps for now on the platforms. Careful not to land on the ground. Now, you will be introduced to a new thing called the arrow. You just have to jump over it to collect the jewels. They move quite slow, so it's quite easy to jump over them, thankfully. Want to jump across, collect the 3 coins, again avoiding the arrow, jumping on the platforms, then follow this arrow, and then you can jump in and the level's done. You just want to jump on the platforms again, collecting coins, making sure not to fall on the ground. Then you'll see arrows, just time it so that you can jump over the arrows while being on the platforms. Jump up to the highest platform so you can jump over and get the 3 coins, and just jump over the arrow. Collect the jewels along your way. You may have to stop in the air like I did and wait for the arrow to pass, then fall down, jump across again, wait for the arrow to pass by so you can collect the coin, then collect the second coin. Then here you just gotta time it and make a big long jump and the level's done. Okay, for this level we have to jump on the top and then fall down. Jump up on this, avoiding the arrows, jump over the arrow to collect the coin and the gem, and then continue on. Again, avoiding the arrows as we're making a series of jumps. Be careful not to fall down. Here we just have to wait for the arrow so that way we can jump past it. Jump across and there's a series of coins. Then we can fall down here and the level is done. This is the last level, so we just have to collect these 3 coins. If you're fast enough, you can actually make that without him spitting a spitball, then you can focus on doing the next ones. Watch this saw blade above your head when you do the jumps, and then jump on the platform. Again, keeping an eye on the saw blade. This one's a bit tricky, so what you do is you wait for the saw blade, then jump once to jump through, then jump him once, and again, until you can make it back. See? Avoid the snowball / spitball and make a series of jumps. Here you can collect a couple of the coins. I was just checking for a secret coin again, so don't do that. I almost fell off. Then you can jump and get those coins, then you can jump and get these ones. Again, this one you want to time it. Wait till that snowball has passed and then go for it. Make a series of jumps to collect the last little coins. I checked again and there was no coin. And the level is done. That's on your 1000G.